Okay, I'm here with Chapter 5, the threatening phone calls, and I wonder if Casey's right that Joe Colucci is up to something. Let's see if this chapter clears anything up. President Thornton and Casey's mom didn't get back until late that evening. Casey and Marshall were in the kitchen playing Go Fish when they rushed in, and they looked upset. "What's going on?" Casey asked. She dropped her cards on the table. The president sat down alongside Casey and raked his fingers through his hair. "I can't believe this." Lois sat on the chair with him. "Kids, there's a problem. Do you know anything about the Witness Protection Program?" Casey and Marshall nodded. "Mr. Smiley told us about it this morning. It's where people get a new identity." "Right. Each person who goes into the program has the name of an FBI agent that they can call if there's ever a problem," Lois explained. "Well, a few hours ago, one of those agents got a call from a man who's in the Witness Protection Program. The man told his agent that someone called him making threats. The witness had to come up with $100,000 or the caller would reveal his new name and new address." "Well, what does that mean?" Casey asked. "Well, what that means," added the president, "is that someone has managed to get the witness's phone number and real name. This information is supposed to be top secret. The witness is in danger," Lois went on. "He's being protected in the first place because he took part in a trial against someone who committed a crime. If this criminal finds out where the witness is and his new name, he'll have somebody go after him." The telephone rang, and the president answered it. "Yes," he said. When he hung up, his hands were trembling. "Another witness has been threatened," he said. "A woman who's been in the Witness Protection Program for 3 years got a call an hour ago. A person told her to pay $100,000 or the whole world would learn where she was and what her real name was." "But how did this information get out?" Lois asked. "Only the FBI knows who's on that list, right?" "I think I know how," Casey said quietly. The president looked at Casey and raised one eyebrow. "I think the person who set off those fireworks in the FBI building last night stole the numbers. And I think it's Joe Colucci, the guard." Then Casey and Marshall told the president and Lois what they learned from Joe earlier that day and how they went to Red's Pizza to talk to the man who delivered the pizza. "We found out that there is no such man," Casey said, "so we think Joe is lying, and he set off the fireworks. And in all the confusion, he hacked into the computers," Marshall added. The president looked convinced. "Well, I don't know," he said. "Those computers are very complicated. The hacker would have to be some sort of a computer wizard." "Joe Colucci could know a lot about computers," Lois said. "The building would have been empty, and so no one would bother him when he tried to do his dirty work." "Well, not quite," Marshall pointed out. "Mr. Wrinkle was there." "Who?" the president asked. "He works there," Casey said. She explained to the president about how Mr. Wrinkle stayed late on Friday nights and always ordered pizzas. "That's interesting," the president said. He picked up the telephone and called the FBI director. "Please bring in Joe Colucci, the guard in the FBI building, first thing tomorrow morning," he said, "and a Mr. Wrinkle, who also works there." The president looked at his watch. "I want to see them in the map room at 9 o'clock sharp," he said. While the president was on the phone, Casey grabbed Marshall by the arm. She pulled him to the center of the room. "Marsh," she whispered, "we have to find a way to hear that conversation." Uh-oh. Chapter 6 is called Two Suspects. So it looks like we know who those two suspects are. We'll hear Chapter 6 very soon.